With Pokemon Go Sinnoh Tour Los Angeles right around the corner, let's talk about the new features coming to Pokemon Go Adventure Effects. As we know, we're getting the debut of two new legendary Pokemon, the origin form of Dialga and the origin form of Palkia. That's super exciting, but with those new Pokemon, we're also getting new moves, and with those new moves, we're getting the new Adventure Effects. So let's dive into the first one, which I believe is the most exciting one, the Roar of Time. This move and Adventure Effect is only going to be available with the origin form of Dialga, not the regular one. And remember, it's not a form change either. They're going to be two separate Pokemon. So the move on its own is going to do 150 damage in trainer battles and 160 damage in gyms and raids. So it's going to be a powerful move, but that's not what's important. What's important is the Adventure Effect that's attached to it. What the Roar of Time does is pause any timers in your game for 6 minutes using Dialga Candy and Stardust. Specifically, it's going to use 5,000 Stardust and 5 Dialga Candy. Doing some quick math here, if you wanted to pause for a full 24 hours, it would cost you 1.2 million Stardust and 1,200 Dialga Candy. So it's not cheap, but you could argue it's worth it. More specifically, it pauses time for the following items: the incense, the daily incense, star pieces, and lucky eggs. So with this, you can run an extended incense, an extended daily incense, an extended star piece, an extended lucky egg, whatever you want. Now, of course, when the effect is over, whatever time you have remaining on those items is just gonna happen. But you get to extend time, which is pretty crazy. One thing to note, the Roar of Time cannot be active at the same time of another Adventure Effect, so you can't use the effect of Dialga and Palkia at the same time. More on that later. Now, you may ask, what are the best uses of this Adventure Effect? I think using them on lucky eggs or star pieces during big events like community days, Go Fest, spotlight hours, Safari Zone, stuff like that, very, very good. You can really maximize and make the most out of some bonuses and stack that, and that'll be awesome. But obviously, and especially for me, the most popular and obvious choice is to extend your incense, but more specifically, your daily incense. Again, that's something you guys can do on community days, Go Fest, Safari Zones, events that just have really good spawns, anytime really. But extending your daily adventure incense, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want countless encounters with the Galarian legendary birds? I know I do. I know I'm gonna lose a lot of them. I know it's gonna be frustrating, but one day I'm gonna catch one, and I have a feeling it's gonna be through this effect right here. I cannot wait to absolutely abuse this feature and use a lot of super long daily incenses. It's gonna be expensive, but hopefully it's worth it. But now let's shift gears and talk about the other Adventure Effect, Spatial Rend. Spatial Rend is going to be available upon catching an origin form Palkia, when that's going to be available. The move on its own does 95 damage in trainer battles and 160 damage in gyms and raids. So again, a powerful move, but that's not what's important. Well, it could be, but that's not what we're going to be talking about right now. What Spatial Rend does is allows for encounters with wild Pokemon at an increased distance. So that means more spawns, more Pokemon. Going to be similar to the Mega Cluster spawn glitch that we saw a few months ago, which was absolutely awesome, by the way. Who doesn't love more Pokemon on the screen? More chances. Now, they haven't specified whether or not the spawns will be special. For example, if I do this Spatial Rend, am I going to see Pokemon that aren't there for anyone else, or Pokemon that are just going to be there at a further distance? You know what I mean? We'll have to find out more about it when it goes down, but that's what it is. It allows for more of a spawn radius, more spawns, more catches. Love it. Now, just like the other Adventure Effect, this is going to cost you 5,000 Dust and 5 Palkia Candy, but it's going to last for 10 minutes each use. So again, with some quick math, if you want to run a 24-hour spawn radius thing for some reason, it would cost you 720,000 Stardust and 720 Palkia Candy. I don't think anyone should really do this for 24 hours, but to each their own. And again, just like the other Adventure Effect that we talked about, Spatial Rend cannot be active at the same time as another Adventure Effect. We knew that already, and this one is great to use during good events like community days, spotlight hours, Go Fest, Safari Zone, stuff like that. It's going to bring more Pokemon, more spawns, more catches. It's good to use really whenever. Although again, something like this is probably only worth it on those special occasions, or if there's like an event going on that has good spawns in it, that works too. Whenever you're really grinding the game, this isn't something you would pop casually. It's a little expensive. This Adventure Effect is, I guess, the least popular between the two of them because the Roar of Time is kind of OP, but they're both awesome. They both can be used in awesome ways. I'm excited nonetheless. Now, speaking of them being expensive, this has been a concern that has been voiced throughout the community, and I understand 5,000 Dust and 5 candies for only a few minutes or so doesn't sound the greatest, but let's be real, you're not popping this every day. You're only popping it on special occasions, and you don't have to do this. This is just a fun thing that you can do. Not everyone's gonna be out there popping 24-hour daily incenses. I know I'm the crazy guy, I might do it. Actually, I am gonna do it, stay tuned for that video, but I get it. It is a little expensive, sure, but at the end of the day, Stardust is free to get, and it's very much attainable out in Pokemon Go. Rare candies are available in a various amount of ways, and technically that's free too, so it may be expensive, but you're not gonna be using this that often, maybe a few times a month. Sure, it might not be the cheapest thing ever, but if you use it sparingly, it's worth it. Now, a couple things to note on the new exclusive moves, Roar of Time and Spatial Rend. It says specifically, at this time, Origin form Palkia and Dialga will not be able to learn their exclusive moves via any TM. Not a regular TM, not an elite TM. It is only available upon a catch. Now, there is something a little unclear to me about these Pokemon's debuts. It mentions specifically trainers who choose the Diamond version will encounter an Origin form Dialga that knows Roar of Time, and trainers who choose the Pearl version will encounter an Origin form Palkia that knows Spatial Rend. Does that mean that if I choose Team Diamond, I won't see Palkia raids and vice versa? Do you only get one from raids? Like, do I have to go out and trade for a Palkia? I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to find out come Sinnoh Tour Los Angeles. That's what it's sounding like. Maybe I have to wait until the global Sinnoh Tour to get them then. Again, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I have one last huge PSA to everybody out there in regards to these new Origin form legendary Pokemon. Listen up here. Trainers without an active Go Tour Los Angeles ticket or citywide gameplay add-on. So if you do not buy the Los Angeles ticket or the citywide gameplay add-on for Los Angeles, you still can participate in the raids, but you will not be able to encounter any shiny of those Pokemon or get the exclusive moves of any of those two Pokemon until the global Sinnoh Tour. So again, you can still receive the raid invites if people are sending you raid invites from Los Angeles, but you cannot get a shiny. So don't go out for the shiny early. You're not going to be able to get it if you don't have a ticket, and you will not be able to get this signature move. Remember that. I feel like there's going to be so many people out there raiding early, trying to get a shiny, trying to get the new move. It's not a thing. Don't waste your money. Now, I will of course be there at the Sinnoh Tour Los Angeles, and I will play the Sinnoh Tour Global. So if you guys want the first look at those legendary Pokemon, at those new features in Pokemon Go, make sure you guys sub to the channel. It's going to be absolutely epic, and I think there's going to be a couple more surprises along the way. Very exciting stuff. I cannot wait for all that, but I do have some Timeless Travels special research that I want to finish up right here, and I think this is going to be it for the special research. I'm finishing up stage 13. Give me 4,000 dust, a bunch of goodies, some XP, and that is it. Man, we were kind of thrown off with this research. We are going to be getting golden raspberries, lucky eggs, XP, all that. So I was pretty thrown off with this research because I thought this was leading up to the Sinnoh Tour. I'm like, okay, what is at the end of this 14 stage research? And yeah, right, bro. It's a Gible. How many times are they gonna give us a Gible? It's 2024. It's not that rare anymore, you know? I understand everyone's got their certain experiences. Might not be rare for me, but this guy is available in so many different ways at this point. It's not like a chase thing anymore. No one's like, ooh, a Gible. Wow, I mean, that's a pretty good one. But like, no one's like, oh my gosh, a Gible. It's not 2017. I appreciate it. I'm gonna enter it in the showcase. Hopefully I get something good. I'll take a rank 3. But they keep treating Gible like it's some crazy Pokemon, you know? Speaking of research, I have a make an excellent throw task, so let's work on that right now with probably Bagon. But anyways, what I was saying was it was a 14 stage research that kind of led, gotta be better, led to the Sinnoh Tour Global, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, is this Arceus? Is there an Arceus encounter at the end of it? Is there, you know, a Master Ball encounter at the end of it? And the answer was neither. It was just a Gible, and it was just a really long research, especially because they kept pausing the research and it wouldn't let us progress for, you know, some weeks on end, and we're like, oh my gosh, there's something special at the end of this. It turned out to just be a regular research. Also, the Bagon just fled. I gotta be better. It's a little cold out here. You gotta cut me some slack. That should have been an excellent. Yeah, man, a 14 stager leading up to the Sinnoh Tour. I was expecting more. Also, where's our Master Ball, right? I feel like there's not that much left in this season, and we haven't heard a word about a Master Ball yet. So really hoping Master Balls are still going to be like one per season, because if they don't make the Master Ball that attainable anymore, then I'm glad I have mine. But yeah, man, wow, kind of a letdown on this research. It was literally the seasonal research. So just expected a lot more, got nothing. I'm not upset, just disappointed. Speaking of disappointed, I need to hit this Gosh Darn Excellent. How am I sucking this bad? Come on. Oh my gosh. I feel like I deserve some of these excellents, man. I'm gonna give it a couple more shots, see if I can get an excellent here. If I can't, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Let's try this again. Okay, 569 CP, chest spin. Oh gosh, that's such a small circle. I'd have to be a real sniper. This task is definitely not gonna be worth it either. I already know that. Oh my gosh, what is happening to me? Am I washed? What's going on, dude? I got this. Gilly, you got this. Relax, relax, hone in, man. Can't let the pressure get to me. Gotta get that excellent right there. Of course, it's going to be underwhelming. Oh. Okay, I'm down for that. Another Gible. Again, don't really care. I'll go ahead and quick catch that. But there's something special I want to do today. I've realized very recently that there's a shiny Pokemon I've never obtained, and it's this guy. Well, it's not this guy. It's the one he evolves to, Shiny Galarian Darmanitan. That's gonna be so sick. So I got one. I hatched one in Japan at GoFest Japan a few months ago. That was amazing. My first one ever. Great moment. And then I go plus one during the Christmas event a few weeks back, a level 1 shiny, which is awesome. And now that I have 2 of them, we're gonna evolve one all the gosh darn way into one of the coolest shinies in this game. I want more of them. I want to lucky trade this as well. That would be awesome. Let's evolve to Shiny Galarian Darmanitan. There it is, dude. That lime green, that blue, that white is so sick. That is so awesome. Let me know in the comments if you guys have this. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That is so cool. IV check, it's a 3-star, but more importantly, it's a new shiny for you, boy. New shiny in the collection, love to see that. It's not every day that you get a new shiny. This one is so cool. I can't believe I forgot about it. I cannot believe I forgot about it. I should have done this immediately, but I'm so happy I have it. That gives me 3 shinies in the entire family, if I remember correctly. Yes, I have 1 Galarian, 1 regular somehow, and then, 1 Galarian Darumaka, 1 Galarian Darmanitan, and then a regular Darmanitan, but I need 1 more for the full fam. Sinnoh Tour's coming up soon. I cannot wait. It's gonna be exciting. Let me know in the comments if you guys are Team Diamond or Team Pearl. I think I'm gonna be Team Diamond. And if you guys haven't already, check out the videos on screen. The Lucky Trade one is an absolute banger. If you haven't seen that, I know you're gonna love it.